Hi everyone. It's been a couple of days, if not near a week, since I did another video like this, so I just thought I'd get started with this video and get it out there across social media carefully because I meant to put this out on Monday, but I didn't get the chance to until now, so I feel now is my best time to do that before it's too late, especially if the people at Disney are already near their decision, to which I'm advising them on regarding a specific movie to do the opposite of that. Now, if the people at Disney, specifically Josh D'Amaro, Asad Ayaz, and Bob Iger are listening, I am aware that you are trying to do a shift in the marketing for The Mandalorian Grogu after the much better trailer for that film you released 9 days after that controversial, for lack of a better word, Super Bowl spot. And I'm aware of this because, especially tomorrow, you're going to have a cover spread story in Empire magazine, and you're going to let everyone know about what this movie is and how you think it will get people back in the theaters to see Star Wars. And I'm glad that you're marking a shift in your marketing approach with this trailer that you put out 2 weeks ago, and the marketing continuing to market that cover story. But there's a lot more work to be done, and so I'm here to give you 10 little pieces of advice on how to make sure that you market The Mandalorian Grogu right, and to make sure that it's a hit when it hits theaters in just 2 2 months from now. But the one thing I'm telling you can't do, and apparently reports are saying you're wary of doing this after how Solo fared there. But I hear that the rumors that you are considering bringing it to the Cannes Film Festival in May. And I'm saying right now, don't do that. Do not do that. Don't do that, because the last time you premiered a Star Wars movie at Cannes, it didn't end well, and that film was Solo. And now I really think that you are aware that you should not have The Mandalorian Grogu suffer the same fate as Solo now, after the controversial backlash to that Super Bowl spot that you are making up for with that much better trailer now and this Empire's magazine cover spread. But there's more work to be done, especially with these 2 to 3 months left to go before the film comes out. So here's what I need you to do. And the first thing the one of these 10 things I've already said, which is not to premiere it at Cannes. So don't do that. Please please Disney, do not bring Mandalorian Grogu to Cannes after what happened with Solo. Not just Solo, but also Indiana Jones and Pixar's Elemental. Do not do that. For the love of God, please do not bring Mandalorian Grogu to Cannes. That's the first thing. Okay, so here's what you need to do, Josh D'Amaro, Bob Iger, and Asad Ayaz, to really make sure that you really show the strength of The Mandalorian Grogu's marketing big time before the film comes out on May 22nd, to ensure it's a box office hit. First up, after the release of Pixar's Hoppers in movie theaters this weekend, you got to start rolling out the TV spots for this movie ASAP. But just make sure you roll out the TV spots in ways that don't show too much new scenes and don't give too much away, despite arguably getting a lot more than we should have in that new trailer that came out a couple weeks ago. Well, not more than we should have. I think just about enough, and a lot more than I thought, especially when we saw Pedro Pascal's face in that trailer. But I do hope that don't show too much more that makes it feel like you're giving the whole movie away, since I feel like there is more to be surprised about in this film. So that's the first thing, the TV spots. Second, if you're listening, Josh D'Amaro, with the Disney annual shareholder meeting happening in 2 weeks from today, my hope is that you'll highlight that film the most out of the film slate of films Disney has coming out this year in theaters, by choosing to show a little clip from that film at the end of your rundown on Disney's remaining 2026 films. And that clip should be Din Djarin and Grogu getting their mission report from Sigourney Weaver's character, Colonel Ward, while Grogu tries to get her snacks, only to fail as she grabs them before he can use the Force to get them. Which is not a spoiler, since it was in that trailer, the first teaser from September, and in this footage from Celebration Japan that I got to see at Destination D23, by the way. So that's not a spoiler, people watching this video, if you're thinking I'm going to spoil a piece of the movie on the internet. So that's not going to happen. So that's two. Third, and I actually think this is a very strong idea, you got to have a theatrical exclusive trailer for this film. Okay, so what you need to do is to do what Beetlejuice, Dua, and Paddington in Peru did by having trailers themed to those, having theatrical exclusive trailers themed to the movies they played with in theaters, which were Despicable Me 4 for Beetlejuice 2 and Dogman for Penguin 3, and have a special theatrical only trailer for The Mandalorian Grogu themed to and playing only in theaters with the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which will attract large audiences. A trailer that starts off by saying, "You're here for an adventure in a super galaxy, but first get ready to return to a galaxy far, far away." And then you can show some new footage that you can for in that trailer. And number 4, next up, you should need to debut the final trailer at CinemaCon during Disney's presentation and then drop it in theaters and online in the same week with another film that will attract big audiences, and that's Michael, since Michael Jackson has history with Star Wars going back to when he tried to audition to play Jar Jar Binks in the Star Wars prequels before George Lucas gave the role of that character to Ahmed Best. And at the end of that trailer that you will release in theaters and online that same week, you got to have it end by saying, "Only in theaters, May 22nd. Tickets on sale Monday, May the 4th, Star Wars Day." Kind of similar to how Sony let everyone know in the final trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home with tickets going on sale on Spider Monday, November 29th in 2021. 5th, now this is where we get to the important stuff. You have to have the cast promote the film right away on daytime talk shows like Good Morning America and Live with Kelly and Ryan, and if you studios don't mess up again like you did in 2023, especially Disney, and give the Writers Guild, Actors Guild, and Directors Guild the fair deals they want, and don't cause 3 more strikes to happen again on late night talk shows. In fact, you got either next month in April or on May 2nd, if you can get the scripts ready in time for that episode before a potential writer strike on May 1st, unless you can wisely avert that. You got to have Pedro Pascal on Saturday Night Live on NBC promoting the movie, hyping it up, and doing a skit based on The Mandalorian during Saturday Night Live when he hopefully hosts that show, which I really hope you don't mess up, Disney. I'm watching you as I'm the other studios with how you treat the guilds this time. Now, 6, you have to release another animated Star Wars Tales short series on Disney Plus on Monday, May the 4th, like in this animation style of the Clone Wars, like you did the previous 3 times, and that would be a new short series called Star Wars Tales of the Mandalorians, with 3 shorts about Bo-Katan and her relationship with Duchess Satine, but also 3 about Din Djarin, with the final of Din Djarin's 3 shorts being the prelude, where he and Grogu head to the snow planet, and that sets up the opening scene of the Mandalorian Grogu when we see them hunt down the Imperial remnant on that snow planet, whatever it may be. Okay, next, you got to put tickets on sale on Monday, Star Wars Monday, May the 4th, obviously to get a boost in pre-sales and get large amounts of people to buy those tickets, obviously. Now, 8, going back to my point on not premiering the film at Cannes, I still really don't think you should do that, so please don't. Please do not premiere the film at Cannes like you did with Solo, otherwise you already doomed Mandalorian Grogu at the box office. But have the film premiere in Los Angeles, Hollywood, red carpet live world premiere, and have an official broadcast of the live stream of the red carpet for the world premiere on Disney Plus and on the Star Wars YouTube page, which will be the first one since The Rise of Skywalker back in 2019. But do not bring it to Cannes afterwards, nor premiere in Cannes either. Just have the film premiere in Los Angeles and Hollywood, and just end it there. So that's that. Finally, 2 more things. First up, in the similar way to what you did with Send Help and Pixar's Hoppers, you got to have free. You must put together and hold free, week early, 1 day only advanced screenings of Mandalorian Grogu in IMAX theaters nationwide, especially at the one I go to the most, which is AMC Lincoln Square 13 in New York City, and to help boost ticket sales, especially if people come out of that movie afterwards saying, "Oh, it was a great film," and word of mouth from general audiences and fans are strong enough to boost the tickets pre-sales. And finally, to also take a page about what you did with 20th Century Studios Send Help and Disney Pixar's Hoppers, since those 2 movies also had early screenings a week before they came out in theaters, you have to also have critics' reviews for those films drop on Monday, especially if they're strong enough so that box office ticket pre-sales will get a boost, especially since Pixar's Hoppers, thanks to its strong word of mouth, is getting a boost in pre-sales that it might overperform at the box office this coming weekend and defy expectations, but we'll see about that. Okay, so that's all I have to say. Bob Iger, Josh D'Amaro, and Side Eyes, and everyone at Disney. Please follow these 10 steps, and I promise you will have Mandalorian Grogu be a box office hit and not Solo all over again. Thank you. Goodbye.